And very quickly they were like the two people in the class that I was like, they're going to be my friends for this month of training.
So here is AcroYogaTV from AcroFestonia 2016. Our wonderful hosts, Silver and Esther, are hosting here in Kosuku, and one of her teachers came all the way from Australia. So here we are talking with her. So what's her name?
I'm Sally Meredith from Melbourne, Australia.
And so what's your story with AcroYoga?
I came across AcroYoga in 2008 at a retreat in Thailand. It was a yoga retreat, and one of my friends that I made there was like, hey, come try this thing. And I came into the most simple pose with him, and my body was so stiff and afraid that I just fell onto the ground, and I was so awkward with it. But I started to love it very quickly once I started to understand how it works. And so brought it back to Melbourne, and then we started a community in Melbourne.
So how big is the community now?
The community in Melbourne is really big. There's almost a jam every single day of the week now. The jams are so popular. There's about 6 to 10 accredited teachers in Melbourne at the moment, depending on who's actually in Melbourne. Everyone likes to travel, and the community is getting really strong. It's great. One thing that I've learned through traveling through lots of different communities of acro yoga across the world, and through the development of the community in Melbourne, what seems to work really well is openness and supporting each other, and applying this support of this practice of acro yoga, which is about supporting and uplifting each other, applying that to the relationships in the community as well as the practice itself. And I see that happening in Melbourne so much. As soon as I have a workshop or a class that I've organized, I post it on on social media or something, and without even telling the other teachers in Melbourne, they're all sharing it with everyone. So I just feel so supported, and then I feel like I want to do that for them too. So we're all promoting each other. There's no competition. It's all like all together we're flying high. And that's why I think the Melbourne community is so open and so friendly and so supportive. I see that here in Estonia too, and it's really great. So when I started with acro yoga, I really loved flying, and I was doing lots of acrobatic flying. And then I turned into a teacher because my base left Melbourne. So the only way to practice acro yoga at that point was to become a base, because nobody else knew what acro yoga was, which was great. I've been really in this acrobatic practice for a while, but the last 2 years I've started to become much more attracted to the therapeutic style. I love the subtle parts of the therapeutic practice, and the therapy and the letting go that can happen in your body.
And how did you get to know about AcroFestonia? What's your story with it? Do you have any special inside jokes about AcroFestonia itself?
Well, I met Silver and Esther when I was doing my acro yoga teacher training in Montreal. They were in the same class as me. And very quickly they were like the two people in the class that I was like, they're going to be my friends for this month of training. So I was happy that they felt the same way. And then sometime after that, they decided to put on this acro yoga festival in Estonia, first time ever happening, and they invited me to join and be a part of the teaching team. And we were all thinking, what can we call this? And I was thinking, what about AcroYogaFestonia? And they're like, yes, let's do that, let's call it that. So I'm so happy that the name stuck, and that I got to be a part of this really pinpoint part of the creation. My friend has created this movement of acro yoga called the bossy flyer, okay? And often we see bases really being the boss, and the base is moving the flyer all around and telling the flyer what to do and directing the whole exercise. But he's always thinking, but what if I was the boss? What if the flyer was telling everyone what to do and just saying don't drop me, do this, put your foot here, hold me this way. So we explore this style now, and it's really fun, but it's very interesting when a bossy flyer meets a bossy base to see how that goes.
And for the rest of you who are just searching for more teachers to follow and to find inspiration for you, you can get to AcroYogaTV on YouTube and find where all the clips, easy to find, fun to watch.
Thank you. So you can be my friend on Facebook. My name is Sally Meredith. You can also join my mailing list on my website, zenmoves.yoga. So ZEN moves, MOVES .yoga. And join my mailing list. I'll keep you in the know of what I'm getting up to, and hopefully I can see you at one of my classes or workshops.